Tushar, your turn now.
Thank you, and thanks for your valuable time. And I must say, I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh,
I have watched all your YouTube videos, and I really like it. And one good thing is, it's just 2 or 3 minutes, and we get a great deal of knowledge out of just 2 or 3 minutes.
good.
Thanks for giving such information.
Thank you.
And my question here is like, as I watch you very closely, as you say that if you are not reading, you are not growing, and we also understand that reading is very good habit, but sometime and most of the time we feel bored while reading, and we take it as a burden, we take it as a pressurized things. We don't feel like we have to read. We know we should be reading, but how to inculcate the habit that we get up and we feel like reading, so that we should not pressurize ourselves to read. That is my first question. And my second question is, you say that if you get 2 or 3 idea from the book, you are done, you don't have to repeat. But sometimes we feel that repetition is the key, and the more we repeat, the more we inculcate these habits in our daily lives, and then it becomes easy to follow. So it's better to read one book multiple time, or it's better to read another book rather than repeating the same book. Yeah, these are my two questions. Thank you.
I think you have partially answered your second question yourself. Okay, I'll go to the first question first. Uh, about no, sometimes it becomes boring to read. It takes a little bit of willpower to read. And that leads me to talk about the first habit of my book. Very interesting. It's a non-habit actually. It's my favorite one. Don't take reading too seriously. The keyword is too, two double. Don't take reading seriously. Too. So, Tushar, right? I have a
Yes.
counter question to you. Same question, thoda change kar raha hu. Tomorrow, Three Idiots will be broadcasted on TV. I'm putting you pressure to watch. Okay. And then suppose there is another movie called Thugs of Hindustan. You find it boring after half an hour, but then you are under pressure to watch it because you have started watching it. And then you change the channel. Okay. And then you feel guilty about it. Oh my God, I've insulted Amir Khan. I'm a bad movie watcher. See, I can see all the smiles on your faces. I hope you get my point.
Yes. Yeah.
See, we transfer the onus, the responsibility to keep us entertained to the artist, to the directors, to the actors. They failed to entertain me, hence I lost interest in that movie. Am I right? We don't take the blame. Similar is the case with books. Why we should take all the blame? Even the author has the responsibility to keep you engaged, to keep you excited, to keep you hooked. Even while reading my book, if you find it boring after 10 pages, it's my problem, not your problem. All right. The intention is not to insult the authors, okay? Don't get me wrong. The whole objective is to remove the guilt from your head that there is nothing called good reader and bad reader. ऐसा कोई concept है ही नहीं. There is only reader and non-reader. Okay. If you lose interest after reading 25 pages, maybe the whole objective of the book was to teach you what kind of books you should not read. वो तो purpose solve हुआ. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I'll try to convince you through another analogy. Suppose there is a speaker, you are at a seminar, say a physical seminar. I know it is hard to even imagine now, a physical in the physical world. And the speaker comes on the stage and takes charge of the podium and he starts speaking. But his body language is very lethargic, is very slow, no voice modulation, no monologue, lacking the charisma, no expert domain knowledge. What will you say, Tushar, as part of the audience? अरे किसको लेके आया यार, कितना पका रहा है? Yeah, and either your favorite instrument will come out of your pocket and your fingers will start dancing on it, or in Mumbai, I'm from Mumbai, we call it a patli kali se nikal jana. So escaping without getting noticed. Now, if the same speaker writes a book, you have to read word to word. Oh, see, same person, Same message, perhaps the same message, right? He's not going to write something opposite of what he's speaking in his lecture. Same person, same message, and our whole approach towards the message changes when the medium changes. How foolish is that? How come medium becomes more important than message? बीवी important या साड़ी? Right? साड़ी कभी बीवी से important नहीं हो सकती ना? Right? So अगर किसी का भाषण अच्छा नहीं लगा तो क्या जबरदस्ती ताली बजाएंगे क्या भाई? नहीं बजाना है. All right? So chill. Don't take reading too seriously. Okay. Coming to your second question, as I said, you have answered it partially. I said that 3 big ideas, rest is all bonus. Okay. I'm not against rereading the book, but I have a better solution. And that's my habit number 5. Read and discuss. The best way to internalize an idea, concept, is to explain it to somebody. Your parents, your children, your friends. If nobody is there, go Facebook Live, go YouTube, go Instagram Live. And when you are able to explain it to the other person and the other person understands, that means you have understood. That's what examinations are all about, right? Taking notes, fine, it's a good habit. But do we really refer that diary in future? Huh? They gather dust in the drawer. Read and discuss has multiple advantages. You evoke curiosity in the other person. What do you have to discuss, by the way? Not the summary, not the review, not the critical appraisal of the author. I see many YouTubers, reviewers, they talk around the book. ये book मैंने 340 रुपए को खरीदी. How is that going to benefit you? ये book का color green है. I completed this book in 29 days. This is all talks around the book, right? The real readers talk what they read in the book, what they learned from the book. And so you have to discuss one big idea from a book. That's all. And the other person gets curious about it. He might ask the book from you to borrow. You proudly lend it to him. And then you will ask him, give me 3 big ideas that you learned. And this is how you revisit the book without rereading it. And then I give my book again to my friend number 2, friend number 3, friend number 4, friend number 5. And the book travels through 10 different hands, touching 10 different hearts. And the book is full of ugly handwriting, either beautiful handwriting, and those question marks and scribbling. कहीं पे वो तेल के दाग है, कभी दाल के दाग है. And now the pages are coming out. The book is completely out of shape because of overuse. That's the most beautiful book for me in the world. All right? Not the book decorated in red ribbons and crossword. Read and discuss, and then read and pass it on. Reading the book and putting on the bookshelf is criminal. The book is dead on the bookshelf. Okay? Read it, live the book, pass it on, discuss it. You know, my favorite experience is when 5-10 of my friends come together in my house who have read the common book. The quality of conversation is at such a level that gossips, small talks are out of question. You know, this is my favorite habit. If at all I see that the discussion is going out of track, random, kuch bhi baat kar rahe, I try to bring them on, recently, what did you learn? What is the recent book that you're reading? And tell me one thing that excited you. There are some things that shatter your mind, that forces you to replace your old belief with a new one. That's what I say. If I'm not reading, I'm not changing. Changing what? My old assumptions with new ones, old habits with new ones, old beliefs with new ones. That's what human evolution is all about. To change yourself. And what better can be than reading books?